Well, after countless CBs trying to get to the beach from the road that runs through the Lama Lama National Park, we pushed on and found a camp on the Stewart River. By the way, if you don't know what a CB is, check out episode 3. It's all explained there. It was actually quite a nice spot, and as we had a few issues to address, we opted to stay for 2 nights. Here's the first of the items to address, and potentially the most serious.
What's happening, Sharon?
Oh, we had a thorn go into his eye today.
Cardinal sin, don't drive through scrub with your windows open. A branch come through and flick me in the eye and
One more.
looks like it scratched my eye or cut my eye.
And it's actually lacerated your nose as well.
It has, yeah.
So Sharon's put some saline in there.
Every time you have a beer, we're going to put more in.
As it turned out, Andrew's eye came good the next day, so thankfully we dodged a bullet on that one.
So this is, what do we call this then? Pirate camp?
Pirate camp. Arr.
Arr,
I have to drink
Archie.
rum tonight.
So one might ask what I am doing here with duct tape at the front guard. And you can see here, we have a rhino hide panel. You can see here, we do not. Somewhere between our last camp and this camp, we've lost this rhino hide. And because we were tail end Charlie today, unfortunately, we didn't know that it blew off and nobody else was driving behind us to pick it up, so she's gonzo. No idea what happened.
It might have been scraped off in one of our CB trails when we turned around.
Yeah, exactly. So it didn't come off because of high speed, because the fastest we drove today was 80 kilometers an hour.
No, I think it's got ripped off.
Yeah, we think it's probably got ripped off by a stick or a tree branch or something.
Yeah, and we haven't seen it because we're at the end.
Yeah, so, and we didn't hear it, of course.
No.
So anyway, that's that. I guess when we get back to civilization, I'll find out whether rhino hide sells individual panels or not.
And Jacob, your karma worked, baby.
Yeah. I said to Jacob, hey dude, you're going to be polishing out some scratches when you get back, aren't you? And I was giving him a hard time about it. And
He's one of our boot
Jacob,
scooter friends.
I'm going to be polishing out some scratches too, brother. Karma's a bitch. It's all good. Anyway, I will make a rhino hide now with some duct tape, because we are nowhere near the end of the trip and we're nowhere near finished going through gnarly tracks. But that's okay.
It's not beautiful, but
Functional.
yeah.
This is a very rare moment. I've zoomed right in and Tear is actually doing some cooking. Have a look at the physique on that man. He's all style. I don't think he has a shit clue what to do because Jill does all the cooking. Oop, there he goes. He's done the flip. He can't even raise his eyes because he's concentrating that much.
Well, it's the following morning. We're driving back down one of these little tracks that run out to the beach. Same one we did yesterday where we found the locked gate, because I have lost the rhino hide on the front quarter panel on the passenger side. So this is probably the only place we think we could have lost it. So Phil and I have come back here, have a poke around and see if we can find it. So far, no luck, and we're getting close to the end of the track. Yeah, we'd see the panel if it was here.
Yep.
What are we doing here this morning, Matt? On Archie's car.
Playing up on Archie's cruiser, so we're going to pop the starter motor. So I should say the solenoid on the starter motor. So we're going to pop the starter motor out and clean the contacts on the solenoid. It wouldn't start yesterday. We gave it a tap and it fired straight up, so we know that's it. So Arch and I are just going to whip it out, pull it apart. Arch is underneath at the moment, just doing the wiring. I'm undoing the 2 bolts. We've disconnected the battery.
Cool.
So we'll have it out in about 10 minutes.
Nice. Well, there he is. We are very lucky that all these men are very capable in fixing things mechanically, aren't we? Always bring plenty of tools because you just don't know what is going to happen.
Well, that was a bust. We drove all the way back into where we turned around at the fence and no rhino hide. So I guess that sucker must have come off on the road. We were tail end Charlie yesterday afternoon for a good portion, so unfortunately that's must have what happened. Which is really odd because I've had the car up to 130 before and those things haven't blown off, and yesterday we didn't get above 80. Probably mainly running around 70 even. But something must have got under it and peeled her off.
Now we've had some issues. This my 100 series crew. There's a bit of a problem with the starter solenoid.
Right.
Been clicking every now and again when it's hot. So yesterday it wouldn't start at all, and we gave it a bit of a tap. She started up, so we knew it's only the solenoid. So this morning we've just dropped it out. We've opened her up, and the contacts are actually burnt.
Oh yeah.
And the contact in here is all right in. You can see all the green gunge in there where the water's been leaking, and it looks like it's actually came in through this bolt here. The seal itself looks like it's fine, but it's come through the bolt.
You can see where it's had the moisture in the cap.
Yeah.
So we knew we were onto it straight away.
Nice. So what's the plan of rectification?
We're going to pop the bolt out so we can actually pull the contactors out.
Yep.
And we've got some emery. We'll clean the contacts and we'll put it all back together. Yeah. And that's exactly where the problem has been lying.
So you've got carbon on carbon basically.
Yep.
Good stuff, guys. Well, that is the source of the issue, definitely.
Because we can give it a little bit of a rub with emery. She'll come up like that.
Just like that. Yeah, beautiful.
Look at you go. Very domesticated.
Making scoons.
Yep, second batch. Here's the first batch. Yum.
They won't know if they overlap a little bit.
Make my mama proud. Get them on. Cool. Over to the fire. Second round happening. Good, Jill. Sharon.
Yeah, very nice.
10 out of 10, Kim.
Cream.
Absolutely.
Jam.
Good job, Matt.
Straight for honey. Reading.
Your favorite pastime?
Hiding in the shade.
In the shade.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm going to go down to the river.
Hello, Terence.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
We had a win.
Got the starter
We have
all.
a car that starts now.
3 starts out of warranty.
Nice.
We're searching for gold.
Ah, very good.
We want to retire.
It's a tough gig. It's your
Comfy there, Tear.
Yeah, I'm very comfy.
Look like you're making your...
Got a cold beer. I'm making a little dam to impress my damsels.
At least it's a dam and not a grave.
Yeah.
Looks a bit grave-like.
I bet you didn't think dugongs came this far up the river.
Well, I would never see
you.
Piece of paradise. Beautiful. Cavemen getting our fire ready for tonight. Men make fire.
Happy birthday to you.
You got to blow the candle out, make a wish.
And if you cut it and kiss and you touch the bottom, you've got to kiss the nearest boy. Okay. COVID safe. Woo! Thank you. Happy birthday, Jilly. Oh, look, I touched the bottom. So cute.
That's right, we'll cut it.
We got into camp too late last night for it.
Yeah, Jill. Oh, no, I feel like I have 2 birthdays. Thank you very much.
Here we
All
are.
cut. Dig in, everybody.
Yeah, it's a proper cake in the middle of the bush.
Mummy.
Going on.
It's just
Jill, what are you doing? Are you crockery? Well, happy birthday, Jilly. We love you.
I love you all. Thank you.
Had a couple of great nights on the Stewart River, camped in the banks of the Stewart River, and now we're heading into Port Stewart. And if you're wondering why we call it Port Stewart, have a look in the description and I'll drop in a link to another Cape York series that we did, and you'll understand why we call it Port Stewart. Anyway, we're only about 10k out of there. We're going to go in, pop in, have a look, see whether it's still a sewer, and then we're going to push on. Don't know where we're going to end up today, but we're going to continue to push north, and if we find little easterly tracks that take us out to the coast, we'll pop into them. Well, we're heading out of Port Stewart, and all of the campers that used to be in here throughout these paddocks on the right-hand side are gone. So they must block or stop people from camping in here now, I'd say. But this was solid campers. That ute body just up in front of us there, that's where we were camped last time. We were tied the ropes to that ute body.
Hello, we thought we'd better do an update. We're a bit late in the day at the moment. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we've made our way through to Cowan this morning from the Stewart River, just out of Port Stewart. Managed to make contact with Rock and Ash. Not sure whether I did mention, but Cody's truck got a bit of water as they crossed Nolan, so they've had to get a tow truck. And
The scooters have done the right thing here. They have tarped the front of the vehicle up, and they have a strap on a tow car in front in case something goes wrong. It does. The vehicle takes a big gulp of water and stalls out. All the prep work the boys did meant the interior of the car was as dry as. We later learned the duct to the snorkel in the inner guard came off on the corrugations.
Go, 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 go!
The engine took such a large drink of water, it stalled out before the water could get into the combustion chambers and hydraulic the motor. A close call.
had a bit of dramas, but long story short, they've managed to get it back into Bamaga. We're actually heading up to the Frenchmans Track, and all the way from Archer River through so far, we've done 20-30 k's. It's actually bitumen.
Was it last time?
No, so quite surprising. So we're going to make our way through to the Wenlock tonight. So probably an hour, and we should be in the Wenlock.
We've just pulled off the PDR and we're on the Frenchmans Track heading east. And our intention is to camp on the Wenlock, assuming that nobody has their campsite. It's reasonably late in the day for us, 10 to 4. So fingers crossed that nobody's there. Radio Arch, I'm out the other side.
Just about to follow Philip through.
You go left or right? Right, I take it? Where are you, mate? Yeah, come out round to the right. Copy that. So when you come through, Matt, out to the right.
Copy, mate. Just give us a shout when you're down, Phil.
Yeah, copy that.
Radio Arch, we're down.
You're killing me, Phil.
We're driving up the Wenlock River to our camp tonight. It's a lot more washed out than it was 6 years ago. And our old campsite from 6 years ago isn't the best. But there's a absolute cracker just past it, which is where we're heading now. But it was a big hill.
It was a hill. It's not anymore.
No, it's all washed out. That would be awesome if you could drive across there.
We could go behind.
Yeah, this is where we camped last time. Like the boys said, it's a bit ordinary. All washed out.
Okay, so we walked across the other side there.
Sitting on the banks of the Wenlock. There's our camp, stretched from one end to the other. Beautiful day. No traffic. We've had 3 cars in total cross, have we? Yeah. We'd be 300 or 400 meters up from the actual crossing. Lovely little spot.
We had a bit of a group discussion this morning and dragged a map out and done some calculations. We'll track back out to the PDR, the Development Road, cruise down to the Archer River Roadhouse. That'll probably be about lunchtime. Probably get a greasy burger into our bellies at that stage and some hot chips.
Sounds bloody good, yes.
And we're going to pull camp. We saw a little camp just east of Cowan. It's a little track in between the township and the Port Stewart Road.
And depending on what happens with the scooters, they may join up with us in Laura to do the old coach road, or they may not. So we're just going to have to wait until we hear back from them on how their plans are faring and how things are going for them.
Alright, time for an update. We're just packed up from the Wenlock River. We're going to head back to the Archer River Roadhouse. Yeah, so we're just idling out of the creek. A couple of beautiful days in here. Really easy day on the road today, and the only thing we got to conquer is the hill out of the Wenlock.
Absolutely beautiful. We love this place.
Right, we're just idling back across the Wenlock. Up for the hill.
And this is where we're going to be driving. Jill's going to the top to video. I'm going to go halfway somewhere.
This is where we have to climb up. I'm in my thongs and this is hard. Holy cow. Can I do it? My feet are going to be filthy. It's bull dust. Up this hill. I'm in low range. My shoes want to come off my feet. Oh.
There's the exit from Wenlock River. Frenchmans Track.
Just a little bit of dust coming in my way.
And how did we go? We hope.
The exit.
We love you, Diplock. walk in the park.